అధ్యక్ష ఆ పని జరిగితే సమస్య కూడా ఉంది అధ్యక్ష.
ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ యు హావ్ ఆల్రెడీ సెడ్ ఇన్
ఇందాక రాజేంద్ర గారు గౌరవ సభ్యులు చెప్పారు. ఎన్నో రాష్ట్రాల పని జరిగింది, కొత్త విషయం కాదు. కానీ ఒక్కసారి కూడా మళ్ళీ కేబినెట్ రెజల్యూషన్ తర్వాత బిల్లు ఏర్పాటయ్యేదాకా ఒక్క నిమిషం కూడా గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ మినిస్టర్స్ ఏర్పాటు చేశారు. వారు కనీసం ఒక్క ప్రాంతం వారితో కూడా కూర్చోబెట్టి అధికారికంగా మీ సమస్యలు ఏమిటి, మీ బాధలు ఏమిటి, మీ పరిష్కారాలు ఏమిటి అన్న కనీస ప్రయత్నం చేయలేదు అధ్యక్ష. సరే, వారి పార్టీలో ఎంతని కమిటీ దాని గురించి మాట్లాడలేదు అధ్యక్ష. ఎందుకింత అసాధారణమైనటువంటి రీతిలో కనీసం రాష్ట్రంలో విభిన్న ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉన్న ఎన్నికైన శాసనసభ్యులను కూర్చోబెట్టే ప్రయత్నం కూడా చేయకుండా, ఈ ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉన్న మనోభావాలను గుర్తించకుండా, ఆ ఇబ్బందుల్ని అధిగమించే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తామని విశ్వాసాన్ని కలిగించకుండా మళ్ళీ చాలా పొడిపొడిగా లోపభూయిష్టంగా ఏ ప్రాంతం వారి సమస్యల పరిష్కారం కోసం కూడా ఏర్పాట్లు చేస్తున్న విశ్వాసం కలిగించకుండా ఎందుకని బిల్లుని పంపించారు, ఈ విషయం తాల్సింది అధ్యక్ష. ఈ రెండు విషయాలు అధ్యక్ష చాలా కీలకమైన అంశాలు. అంటే ఉదాసీనంగా వాళ్ళెవరో చెప్పారు కాబట్టి మా ఇష్టం చేస్తాం, తాంబూలాలు ఇచ్చేసాం, తన్నుకు చావన్న పద్ధతిని చవడం చేతనే రాష్ట్రంలో చేస్తే సామరస్యత కాకుండా వైషమ్యాలు తలెత్తుతున్నాయి. ఈ చర్చ అంతా కూడా ఈ ప్రజల్లో మరింత ఎడబాటుని పెంచేదిగా జరిగింది. కానీ ఈ కారణంగా కేవలం కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వ వైఫల్యం కారణంగా, కేవలం కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం రాష్ట్ర ప్రజల మనోభావాలను కానీ రాష్ట్రంలో వివిధ ప్రాంతాల ప్రయోజనాలను కానీ పరిగణలోకి తీసుకోకుండా అధ్యక్ష, ఈ సంగతి కేంద్రానికి అర్థం కావాలి అధ్యక్ష.
ఓకే మిస్టర్ ఓవైసీ. yes yes
Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to just say a few words. Sir, I have been hearing many members speaking on this subject, sir. Sir, and everybody has spoken about the formation of Telangana, and many members have criticized the formation of Telangana, and they said, okay, what will be the problems that would be faced after Telangana comes into emergence. I have been hearing Honorable Chief Minister Saab also. He said about keeping the state united, and he wants the state to be united, and he had opposed the formation of Telangana. But I was expecting the Honorable Chief Minister, when he says that he wants the state to be united, when he was mentioning about the power problems that would be faced by Telangana, when he has mentioned about the irrigation of Telangana, about the lift irrigation for Telangana, and the problems of employment which would be happening after Telangana comes into emergence, and so many problems he has addressed about Telangana. But I fail to understand, when he wants to be the champion of keeping the state united, Samayika Andhra, why did he not mention the problems that the people of Andhra and Rayalaseema will face if the state is bifurcated? How the power sector of Andhra and Rayalaseema will be affected? How the irrigation of Andhra and Rayalaseema will be affected? How the people of Andhra and Rayalaseema will be suffering because of Telangana? That has not been mentioned. That is very important. I was expecting him to say that. And that is why I say that if today the situation has arisen, it is totally because of the failure of the Andhra and Rayalaseema leaders for keeping the state united. They have failed to keep the state united. They have failed to do the responsibilities. I really feel very saddened that nobody is addressing the problems that would be faced by the people of Andhra if the state is bifurcated. So that is why that is very important, which needs to be addressed. And I once again through you would like to request to all the Andhra and Telangana leaders to please enlighten this, enlighten to the people of the state, okay, what would be the problem if the state is bifurcated. As far as the Telangana leaders are concerned, they are very sure that if the Telangana comes into emergence, it would be the prosperous state. They are very sure about it will be a prosperous state. And my party has said that it is a fait accompli. Our stand has always been very clear. Now we are discussing about the bill should be returned. I would like to know what was the House doing all these days. If they felt the bill was incomplete, the bill is not proper, the bill is not come in a proper form. The very first day, I have come on record in the BSC, and I want to come again here also. If the bill was incomplete, if this bill was wrong, this House should have moved the motion before the bill was tabled. Before the bill was tabled, we could have moved a resolution saying that we are against it or we are for it, whatever it is. But we never did that. And now after discussing for so many days, we wake up now. We wake up now and we say that, no, this is wrong, this needs to be returned back. So once again I request, sir, if there is such a legal complications on behalf of my party, sir, I request the Honorable Speaker to please call Advocate General or a panel of legal experts to decide as to how to go about. And once again there is a confusion, whether are we going to have voting or not, whether there's going to be division or not. So all these issues are there. Let us call the Advocate General or a panel of legal experts so that all the political parties can put across their questions, their doubts, and that could be answered, and the Honorable Speaker can take a decision accordingly, sir.
Yes, needless to say, I certainly appreciate some of the views expressed by the Honorable Leader of the Opposition and other members of this august House. This House consists of elected members by the people of the state of Andhra Pradesh. It is an absolute independent body having full powers to debate, discuss and arrive at any conclusions that the House thinks fit to take any such decision. We also must respect the Constitution because we all work under the Constitution. The spirit of the Constitution, as rightly pointed out by the Leader of Opposition, the federal spirit of this country, is what binds us all together. I think we must rise above any partisan approaches that we have, stand by and for the people of the state, and live proudly that we all are representing the people of the state in this august House. The Constitution has empowered us with certain functions, roles and responsibilities. These roles and functions, every member should be aware and should clearly follow the rules and procedures of this House. I have also made several attempts in the BAC and several times in the House that there is a due procedure which normally helps us in such difficult times. Unfortunately, when it comes to Article 3, we have not had such an occasion where we could frame our own rules and procedures in the business of this House. So, in the BAC and during the several attempts that we have made to understand how we can take this process forward, several honorable members have contributed to it. We all will stand by the collective decisions taken. We certainly will try to express the views of the legislature in the right way. I do not see why there should be any confusion about that at all. At the same time, I only urge all of you that this is a country that we all represent as proud citizens. The sovereign will of the state should be expressed in a free manner in this august House. And as members of this great House, all of us should rise above and represent the people of our state in the true fashion. At the same time, I urge all of you not to please name the constitutional functionaries because they are discharging their duties in any manner which we think is not appropriate. Let us all work towards working in a manner in which the whole country is looking forward to the Andhra Pradesh State Legislature today, and all of us must stand by this strength that we have, that we are all committed to represent the will of the people. The House is now adjourned to meet at 9 a.m. on Monday.